Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Iskosi and Fun Day, kicking it for you and for yours. Much love. The channel been growing. Past 500, subscribers right now. That's good. We moving, modulating. So much love to that. Much love to my ancestors. And much love to you. For just watching and liking and getting down with me for a minute, This here come from Black Enterprise. Black farmers are shut out of a $10 billion medical marijuana business. This was mailed by Carl Brown, November 10th, 2015. So we behind the ball. This came out 4 years ago. This should be national news. National support for legalizing marijuana has been growing rapidly. It is now legalized in 23 states in the District of Columbia for medical use, in 4 states, Colorado, Washington, Oregon, and Alaska, and D.C., for recreational use. Cannabis is big business. Independent analysts has valued the legal industry at $3 billion and rises to $10 billion when include the ancillary trades and services. Sergeant Cassandra Farrington, the co-business and chief executive of Marijuana Business Media, put the industry force at 60,000. Other states are expected to follow suit over the next couple of years, putting an end to cannabis prohibition. With the industry concentrating on making cannabis more mainstream and a sellable product, a growing crop of business are expected to profit from the cultivation and distribution of marijuana. There have been widespread concerns that African American entrepreneurs will be left out of America's big green rush. Now there's concerns that the black farmers will be kept out as well. In many states, they have legalized marijuana, and people with drug-related felony convictions can now open cannabis-related businesses. And additionally, application fees and licensing fees for medical marijuana dispensaries often cost tens of thousands of dollars, further keeping the opportunity of arm's length of many minority entrepreneurs. What is more, in many states like Florida are allowing the numbers to grow and is distributed, but under very tight constraints. A provision of Florida medical marijuana law has caused much controversy among the black farmers in the state, who said it's potentially shutting them out of potential lucrative industry, reports thinkprogress.org. This group has taken their fight to the Florida legislature in hope of passing an amendment that will take the regulations out of the bill. Last year, Florida Governor Rick Scott signed a Compassionate Marijuana Cannabis Act, which allows some nurseries in the states to grow and distribute low-THC marijuana for patients who suffer from cancers, seizures, and muscle spasms. But the law stipulates those who qualify for licensing must have their operational as a registered count nursery in Florida for 30 consecutive years, a criteria that many, if not all, black farmers in the state cannot meet. Farmers of color say they have been hampered by the U.S. Department of Agriculture, USDA, past discriminatory practices that have made it difficult for them to thrive in the industry. There weren't many black farmers 30 years ago in the nursery business, Howard Gwynn Jr., the president of Florida's Black Farmer and Agriculture Association, told Fox News. Because of that, we weren't able to produce as much or be as profitable as other farmers, as we have found one black farmer growing that many plants will be surprisingly. Regardless of the outcome, the current case in Florida has reminded some of the farmers of color that their economic position did not occur by happenstance. According to thinkprogress.com, during the Reconstruction era, for example, free slaves cannot receive farming loans without credit history. The USDA marginalized farmers of color by increasing tax sales, seizing of land through eminent domain, delaying loans until the end of the planting season, and denying crop disaster relief. By the early 90s, the black farmer population fell nearly 100%. Let me read this again. The USDA later marginalized farmers of color by increasing tax sales, seizing land through eminent domain, delaying loans until the end of the planting season, and denying crop disaster funds. By the early 90s, the black farmer population fell by nearly 100%, eventually prompting a class action suit against the USDA that resulted in the allocation of more than $2.3 billion to more than 13,000 farmers. They should have got more than that. You know what I'm saying? Because that show right there was a decimation. You know what I'm saying? They should have got more than that. They should have got more. They should have at least got 6 to 5. You know what I'm saying? Because that was just terrible. You know, I got a thing on here that's talk about how the U.S. government moved us from rural plantations, you know what I'm saying, into the cities to do the factory work and stuff around world about 100 years ago around that time. You know what I'm saying? 100 years ago, about 70% of the black population in the United States was on farms. You know what I'm saying? Now, you look around now, over 70%, close to 80% of the black population is now in the cities in the United States. Just something to think about, you know what I'm saying? Killed up all the farmers, just brought it down to 0. Anyway, this is a Coast Gift Fund Day. Much love to these black farmers, man. Find your black farmers, support them, man. You know, buy your goods from them and stuff like that. I don't care if they're doing urban gardening. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the way. That's a nation building task right there. That's all we need to do. Real talk, and keep it moving. Anyway, man, subscribe to the channel. Much love to you and yours. Peace.